Okay, I'm Mark. I was homeless this time last year. This is my story. Yeah, so October last year, I found myself in a situation. I lost my job and my home. And yeah, ended up on the street living in a park. For the first 3 weeks in that park, I didn't even have a sleeping bag. I couldn't get one from anywhere. And I was working as well. I was doing 12-hour shifts, waking up at 6 in the morning at that park, getting my bag and all my stuff together, going to Queensgate toilets, washing my teeth and face and everything. And then with my big rucksack, going to work, making all the trolleys for Tesco's and that. And then coming back, walking around town, going to the soup kitchen, getting my food, which I had to have the soup and bread for my tea, and then the sandwiches that they gave you, I'd have to save up for the next day for my lunch. And it was so hard, and I was just in a difficult situation where nobody would help me. You know, the housing associations, because I had the rent deposit scheme, they wouldn't put up any money until that was paid. I couldn't pay that because I physically couldn't, you know, hold the job down. I did that work for 2 weeks, and it killed me. It just drained me. Peterborough Light Project, they helped me get onto the crash beds, and then after that onto the winter night shelter. And it took a long time to get accommodation, but I did eventually, and then that helped me get to where I am now. Yeah, it really affected a lot of things really. My son, he had some issues at school because because I just cut off. I didn't want him to see me in that state, you know, my parents as well. And yeah, so he had a meltdown at school. We got kicked out of school in December, you know, and I couldn't do anything about it. And then it was only in March when I got my place that got him back into school, got him back into routine. It should work out right now, how it should have been in the first place. Yeah, I mean, as a father, I just felt helpless. They were always in my mind, but I had to put them to the back of my mind because physically it would have killed me. I did think about suicide at one time, and the only reason I didn't do it is because I just thought about my son, you know, walking down the aisle, you know, as a pallbearer, like in front of my coffin with his little suit on and everything, and I just thought I can't ruin that guy's life as well, you know. So, and that was a turning point for me then, and then things did start looking up. I'm back where I should be, or where I was before, but I won't put myself in a position now where I put all my eggs in one basket. My rent's paid up a month ahead now as well, so I can't see it happening again. You know, just everything's just fell into place. Really. Just even with COVID, it hasn't stopped me. But yeah, like, it could happen to anybody, you know. I've had friends that they've got mortgages, you know, they've got a wife, and they've ended up living in their car and things, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Yeah, it's places like the Light Project, Peterborough, that help direct people to the right places, and nice people that work here as well. And yeah, and it's just snowballed really from, you know, just from what it was to having nothing. Ground zero to where I am now, you know, back to where I should be. You know. Yeah, and that's it really. It's hard times. I broke a lot, you know, and yeah, now I'm stronger than I've ever been. I might look tired, but I'm very strong. Yeah.